This will be a channel message for the highest good of the collective. This rides in on the energy of love and healing and expansion only. This is for a collective who is ready to accept things that might be difficult. This is not a directional video. This is an encouraging message of love. Ascension symptoms. I like the term. I think it's a book. I don't know. I heard it somewhere. Ascension symptoms. Shame. Huge. Resentment. Upset. Sadness. Loneliness. Isolation. Even if it's isolated in your brain, in your heart, in your mind, isolation. This is good. Your world's getting quieter. You're coming more into alignment with your own inherent nature in a world that is so noisy. The person on the other side of this video, the person who's ready to hear this message, confirmation. They're really, really, really ready to hear the hardest parts about ascending, because it requires letting go of things that you never knew you'd let go of. Parts of yourself, aspects of self, oh God, that you gotta get right with. These are things that are dark in there. Like, this message is of gentle support and kindness and warmth. The person that this message is for knows that there are things that are still stuck inside, and it is actually terrifying. Life does not give you time or space to look at these true aspects, the ones that are there that will set you free, the ones that will set not only you free, they will set generations free. This is weight. This is clogged solar plexus energy. This is clogged like throat. This is just complete kind of like disconnect with like a heart space. But it's not that you are disconnected with your heart space. It's that your heart space is disconnected with the world, with the outer world. The outer world doesn't get a chance to see your heart space, but your heart space is so expansive. And this is the resistance. This is the shame and the upset. This is the symptoms of ascension that keep certain members of this collective, it keeps them a little bit afraid, just a little bit, because you've done so much work already. This is such a beautiful collective who's here to do such amazing work, and that's why this part is so hard. Like, that's why these things are so stuck, and that's why you are aware of them. And you are coming into deeper awareness with them. Every single moment of your life, if and when you choose to. And when you don't choose to, even when you're not aware. And you, this collective, the person or people or entity that I'm speaking to, I don't know. There are so many different types of energies, right? Your dog, your cat. Your baby maybe needs to hear this energetically, like, who you are is the lightest, freest, most flowy, empowered position and place that you can be sitting in. And the only place to arrive there, I'm talking permanently. This channel is talking permanently. Spirit is saying permanently. I, in my worldly mind, have no idea what that truly means. But maybe someone on the other end of this channel knows about how to stay in that place endlessly, eternally, and just allow everything to come in. I sit here in my life and that's not my reality. So listen, that's the channel though. That's the possibility that exists in the person that this message is for. And they know that. You know that. You know that. That's so exciting. Yeah, I'm just really getting that you know that. Yeah, you know that. And like, even in this video, these like feelings of shame have shifted, like, because you are now so resonant and aware with like your gifts and what they truly are. And now that you're aware of them, that place inside you, that true infinite place exists. Now all it is about how to connect your outer world. And it's so much easier than we think, because when you can look, this channel's iconic, when you can look at that place inside, the scariest parts, the stuck parts, bro, it's feeling like when you can do that, sis, non-binary folk, this channel's for everyone. Spirit is genderless. This is a timeless message for anyone. When you can look at that brave place inside and face it head on with your soul and every single bit of faith that you have, and realize that you are not doing it alone. You are a force. Stopping this collective, the person on the other side of the screen, stopping them is like stopping the universe. And you know that. Like, I'm feeling into how like much you really know that. And that's why this levity has kind of like taken over this channel. Burp. Confirmation. I'm feeling like this collective is like really in touch with their inner child. Okay? And before I wind up this channel, I just really want to like kind of circle back around and ask Spirit to just realign my intention back into love. And if there's anything else that needs to be said for this specific channel and for this specific collective who's resonating with this message, please let it come forward into the space right now as an offering. I will get right out of the way. Places. Celebration. I heard places and celebration, okay? So that could be resonant for someone here, right? In the way that moves through my soul and what I feel into when I channel into like places, right? In celebration, it feels like, you know, this collective has got places to be, like people to see, you know, like things to bring into the world, creation, places inside of themselves to look at, be brave about, face with your full, you know, chest out, as like, you know, the kids say or whatever, like say it with your chest. But truly like drop into that heart space, feel into that shame, be so brave. With your mind, send compassion into those areas of shame and just like remind that younger version of you, that inner child that you are so deeply connected to. I feel it. You are connected to them, and you're expressed in these ways. Like, you know your inner child. Feel into that. Oh yeah, like, it feels like this collective's already playing with them. Like, you know your inner child so well. If you're vibing with this message, you know them so well, and now you really know them. Like, this channel possibly, or maybe you always were throughout this channel, and like, you're just like, damn, this guy on the other side of the phone, whoever's like channeling this through, like, is so unevolved. Like, maybe that's what you're thinking, right? And if that's the case, like, take it and run with it, and carry the message forward, and tell someone else, like, or, you know, comment below, tell me, because I want to know more. Like, I'm a student. We're students. You're a student. And we're always learning in this curriculum in life, like, in life, in the happenings of life, this collective, the person on the other side of this phone, you know, whoa. I'm just really, whoa, hearing that, you know. I'm hearing like simulation, but I'm also hearing like, I don't even know how to articulate this, because it's like, so like, it's a mind-blowing awareness. It's like, you know that the information of your life is like, you're like observing the information of your life. Like, it's like you're an extraterrestrial or something, like energy or something in this. Like, you're, maybe that's not it. And that's not like the word, right? Because that implies like alien. But that's, I guess maybe that's what I mean. Like, you're like, here it is. You're of this world. You are of this world. Is that what I mean? Yeah, like, you're in it, but you're not of this world. Is that what I mean? You're in this world, but you're not of this world. And you know it. That's what I'm feeling into. That's interesting. That's crazy. I want to wind this down, but I feel like there's more in that. Like, I feel like what that says to me is like that you are the type of person that's just like able to use the daily happenings and the daily experiences while you are intentional with how you navigate your life and explore your life and your curiosity. And like, even it's feeling like, if you know that, then you probably know like even more caverns of your mind, like channels of, like, definitely more than I fucking know what I'm talking about. Like, but listen, that like universal intelligence is coming through. Like, I don't even know what I'm saying, right? Like, so anyway, riding this wave, and it's into like this energy around like, yeah, if you know that life is like a just information, then you must know that life is happening for you, that you can experience, you can choose. Wow, this is so much. You can choose how you want to experience each and every moment, and then you can, it's like a science experiment, right? Like, you have a variable, and then you take and you just kind of like I'm not a very scientific person, but I'm seeing like a science project, and like, isn't there like, yeah, like an independent variable that you try, and then it like, or whatever, like constants or whatever. I kind of don't know what I'm saying, but like, you trial and error. You are the type of soul that is here just like experimenting, like playing with the show. Like, it's a show to you, and like, you're really harnessing that energy and that power now, and you're the type of person, this collective is the type of person that literally has always been doing that for good. Like that, because that's inherently who you are. Like, the person that I'm speaking to, like the collective that I'm speaking to, like, you're the type of person that, like, even if you have a day off, you're like finding ways to better yourself. You're like finding, even if that's like reading an article, like being lazy on your phone or whatever, like, or like, you know, listening to a cool podcast, like on your way to work, like, you're an enriched person. You have and if you don't feel that way all the time, like, this is a reminder from spirit that like you really are, like you have a lot more gifts and a lot more like understanding and actually life experience to draw from than a lot of people. And if you choose to, the person on the other side of this phone feels like the collective that I'm speaking to, like seems like you're doing that already. Like you're serving the world in beautiful, powerful ways. And of course you could always be doing more. I'm hearing like, but you're doing so much. And so take that gratitude and just like sit in that gratitude and just like allow that gratitude, allow that space and that understanding for like just the fact that you have such a good heart. You have such a good heart. And to kind of bring this into conclusion, like you have such a beautiful expressed heart. And like, if you don't see that reflected on there are people in this collective I'm feeling into who don't feel fully expressed. Like their outer world is not matching their inner world. Okay. That's what I'm like feeling into. Okay. In subtle ways, like in so many ways it does, but there's a few that like it doesn't yet, right? And the guidance is like worth, right? Like coming back to like your own worth, working on self-worth, right? Because when you can get really, really clear on your self-worth, then you get really, really clear on your own boundaries. And then you get really, really clear on like forgiving yourself for that shame. And then you can move into acceptance, and then your gifts spill out of your heart, is what I'm hearing. And like, I've talked about this on the last channel too, but like when we think about work, when we think about like doing the work, and when I say spill out of your heart, like I hope that even that spilling element of like, you know, what that, honestly, like I'm very distracted by a handsome gentleman. So maybe there's a handsome lover coming into your life. You know, maybe you're open to that now because like you are kind of like becoming more expressed in this way, or you're like, I don't really do love readings, but like, you know, that energy just kind of felt like, hello. So maybe there's something to it. I want to wind this down now and say that, yeah, like that energy of love, like passion, understanding, compassion, like service, but like for yourself, like, and really working on that self-worth is going to help you come into alignment with that ascended place. And the more that you can work on your self-worth, the more that your self-worth will like take up your entire consciousness and your entire heart, your entire body. And as that continues to happen, you will just naturally, things will just kind of quiet away. You know, issues that were issues are not issues, you know, and you'll just be relating to your life differently. It's sounding like, you know, this collective is already doing that in a lot of different ways. And now there's an opportunity to like go deeper into that shame, because you, this collective, you are here and you are meant to ascend. Like, this is your gift, okay, on the planet. So whatever it is that's like really, if it's charged, okay, right now it's feeling charged. If it's charged, it only means that like there's greater ascension that has to happen. And I'm hearing like ego death. And I don't like that word, the D word, but I heard it. And like, I think that that's a buzzword, right? I hear it in like the psychedelic community or whatever, like, yeah, I experienced like my ego death or whatever, bro. But it's kind of like, I'm feeling into like, no, an ego death, it's intense. Like, there's like a darkness in it, because like the shame, dude, the shame, like, yeah, at the beginning of this reading, the calcified shame. Listen, there's absolutely no pressure in any of my readings, okay? Absolutely no pressure. I don't even know if I'd call this a reading. I just did, but like, and whatever these messages are, there's no pressure. There's not directions on how to live your life at all. What I'm feeling into is the energy of love, okay? And if these messages are confronting it all in any way, just please leave it behind for people who like are ready to kind of like move into this, because this is like universal truths. These are like universal kind of truths that I'm sharing with you around love and healing. So where you are is like completely incredible, and there is zero pressure to ascend. Last thing I want to say, ascending, ascending, right? It's like a balloon going up. It's like weightless, just ascension. And it's because you're getting rid of things that weigh you down. And it's all inside. I literally know how insane that sounds. Getting really, 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 really gentle and soft with yourself. And it's sounding like reparenting, like your inner child is what it's sounding like. And like, yeah, smile. I heard smile. Laugh. Let yourself laugh. Isn't that, I don't really know this to be true, but like, is it Buddha who laughed or whatever? Like the laughing Buddha? I'm sorry, I don't know religion at all in any culture, quite frankly. But there's something about people who like laugh. There's a theory that I've heard or something. It's feeling like people who like are able to laugh and like kind of just kind of take the piss out of themselves or something. Like the more that you're able to do that, like the more kind of like spiritually like light you are, right? I don't want to say spiritually evolved, because I don't know anything about that, and I'm speaking from my life experience now, like as me. That wasn't at the end. There is not the channel, but there's something about laughing that like the energy of laughter, right? And it makes sense. It's joy. Like you literally can't help that moment of joy, so you explode. Like it's kind of an explosion of joy. Oh, it feels good. Yeah, laugh. Yeah, because it's even like if you can laugh through the pain, right? I feel like that's RuPaul. Like RuPaul, yeah, he says like you can't take life too seriously. Like you really can't, because like, yeah, that shit'll kill you. Guys, I love you so much. I really, really hope you got something out of this. I gotta wrap this up because I got somewhere to be. Love you. Bye.